we approach. Look, if Iran got into a war with us right now, the Congress of the United States could not make a declaration of war because we have no Speaker of the House, right or wrong?
Correct.
So how long does this play out? Kevin McCarthy has endorsed Jim Jordan. Donald Trump has endorsed Jim Jordan. But you had, 20 to 50 holdouts on the Republican side. Look, a government shutdown is going to be the least of our problems if we can't make a formal declaration of war that frees up resources to defend this country, not Israel, this country, if something goes south. Your thoughts?
Exactly right. Right now, Republicans, our government in Washington is paralyzed. Jim Jordan, I do not believe, will be Speaker of the House at the end of the day on Tuesday. I think Jim Jordan will be put in a position very similar to where Steve Scalise was, recognizing that he will not get to 217 votes. And so, maybe by Wednesday, Thursday mornings, Jim Jordan will pull out of the race. Republicans will go back to the drawing board. I think I said this to a news organization right after McCarthy was deposed. I said, Patrick McHenry, he is the sleeper in this race. It's going to be Patrick McHenry or nobody that is on anybody's radar screen at this point that I believe will be the Speaker of the House. And everybody says, hey, we've never gone through anything like this. Yeah, we actually have. I went through it in 1998. The Republican conference, we removed Newt Gingrich. We did it all behind closed doors. And 48 hours later, Denny Hastert, someone that America did not know, was the next speaker designee. We elected him Speaker of the House, and we moved forward. But we did not go through this whole mess in public, in the public eye, with Republicans screaming at Republicans, saying how the other faction was terrible and those types of things. And so I think maybe by the end of this week, we will have a Speaker of the House who will be effectively will be the leader of the Republican Party, but will be a very weak and probably ineffective leader. Will be able to get the essentials of government done, but nothing more.
Like Denny Hastert, very weak Speaker of the House, who had a lot of problems after he left the speakership, as we all know. But so at this point, right. You're not optimistic. I mean, why? I mean, are we at a point where we have to have a milquetoast speaker to appease the 20 or so members of the Republican caucus that live in districts that were won by Joe Biden? Joe Biden couldn't win a race to be dog catcher currently. Why are they worried about that? Why can they not do the right thing? What is this fear of politicians saying, you know what, maybe I do lose the next election, but this is the right thing to do for my constituents and for this country? It's mind-boggling to me, Pete.
Well, it is mind-boggling, but the eight Republicans who voted McCarthy out of office, what they did is they gave license to any group of 5, 10, 15 members who had a beef with a potential next speaker to vote no. And so that's where you go. I mean, Jim Jordan, Jim's a friend of mine. I know Jim. I talked to him early, in this year before I talked to him just before the speaker's race where McCarthy won. And I said, Jim, you've been in Congress just as long as Newt Gingrich. Why don't you run for speaker? And he just kind of laughed and said, I'm not going there. But he's been a very articulate and effective voice out there. Some call him a bomb thrower, but whatever. He's been on the front line, which for 10, 12 members will disqualify him from being the next Speaker of the House. And they will now take the license that the other 8 provided 2 weeks ago to vote no. They will vote no. They will, I think, keep Jordan out of the speakership, and they will then go back, like I said, to the drawing board and try to find a speaker that can get to 217. That will be someone who's been in the background.
Yeah.